2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Indianapolis as the Pacers go up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, at 10th in the East, they haven't made significant headway from where they ended last season. Boy, how they'd love to pull themselves up that conference ladder a few spots. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons
came
ago.
Off the top of the
never
head.
heard
and you're
that
acting
before.
like it's your original thought.
It is my original.
I've never heard that before.
It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh.
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers winning their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
So Detroit will get the first possession. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The athletic front pair is Griffin and Drummond. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Beasley. And it's Galloway in at the 2.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece was seeing back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though. But Harden, of course, I mean, he was perennial MVP candidate.
Brogdon against Rose. Brogdon kicks to Oladipo. Back to Brogdon. Stolen by Rose. Here's Galloway. It's deflected. It's stolen by Rose. Beasley up top. Covered by Lamb. And he comes up with the deuce.
I mean, you got to respect the guts of Galloway. I mean, at 6'2", it's great to see him capitalize inside.
And here's Indiana. This game against Detroit here, it's their first meeting of the season.
And on paper, you'd call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. This is the first meeting of the season between these teams, and he stressed to his guys they need to rely on their instincts at the offensive end. He said, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses without forcing things. If we keep doing that, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if they can keep that up tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
David, thank you. Sounds like shooting is what he's concerned with most early on.
Yeah, they're looking for a controlled, patient offense today, and the key to that will be shot selection.
No, it's ball movement. The key is everybody has to stay involved on offense. The best way to get good shots is to make sure the defense can't focus on any one player.
And Blake Griffin said early in his career he used to rely on his athleticism to get by. He said the problem was every season he'd be worn out by February. So diversifying his offensive game has helped him to kind of withstand the rigors of a long NBA season. And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
And, Greg, you look at a lot of the volume dunkers over the years. Their bodies often wear down. You think of Amari Stoudemire, Antonio McDyess, even Dwight Howard.
Yeah, I think Griffin could see the writing on the wall. He used to get over 200 dunks in a season. Now, less than half that number. But the trade-off, hopefully, will be longevity and an increased skill set.
That free throw good from Brogdon. And the Pistons got off to a hot start last season, 14-6 with some big road wins.
Yeah, but you know, I never really include the first 20 games of the season. I just think that's when everyone getting to know each other, and then when the scouting report comes out for the next 62, that's when things heat up. So I think you take that with a grain of salt, but Reggie Jackson did suffer an ankle sprain, and things started going south right after that. But staying healthy will be critical if they hope to make the playoffs this season.
Here is Rose following the score by Indiana. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. The offensive rebound, and that one's good. Drummond.
Exactly. That's what Drummond will always give you, tenacity on the offensive glass.
Rose against Brogdon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Malcolm Brogdon, the son of a lawyer and a college dean, no less. His maturity and thoughtfulness certainly reflect that upbringing.
And with the way Brogdon conducts himself, some teammates call him, Greg, the president.
Yeah, he has an air about him. That he has that leadership quality and has a goal to create an NGO to alleviate poverty and hunger in developing nations. Who knows? Politics might not be out of the question for this young man.
And the first one drops. Good on both. Chris, looking at the year so far, teams that made big changes in the offseason starting to develop now some chemistry.
Well, it takes some time, especially if the acquisitions are on the younger side. And this is where great coaching can make all the difference. This is where a great basketball culture in the locker room can make all the difference. It's all about, we say chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. What does that mean? It means trust. It takes time to build trust. It takes time to understand your players and what they like, where to get them the ball, what makes them better. And once you get to that point, it's a liberating feeling, because now you feel like, okay, guys, we've gotten through the murky waters. Now we can have some fun. We know who we are. We have an identity. Let's go out and be us. I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
To the right side. Griffin against Warren. Griffin kicks to Galloway. They get it again. Beyond the arc. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
There's the foul. That's on Jeremy Lamb. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Justin Holiday comes in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Snell's checked in. Passes it to Griffin. Back to Rose. Shot's good. Griffin making the play.
Amazing awareness. He's committed to keeping his eyes up and teammates involved. That's the type of player Griffin is.
McConnell scanning the floor. To the paint. Here's Turner. It's good. Turner's got his second basket of the game.
Well, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Now here's Rose. He's covered by McConnell. Rose, that's good.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. To the middle. Here's Turner. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Detroit gets called for the foul. And when you see Miles Turner play on the offensive side of the ball, the amount of skill he has at his age is just amazing.
Yeah, already a great pick and pop player. You know, not going to be much of a banger down low, but has enough touch outside where he won't need to be. But while he's still a work in progress offensively, I think he's shown that he has a very high ceiling in terms of his skill set.
The first free throw is good.
And the ceiling Turner has is impressive. Has the potential to be a dominant big man in this league.
The Pacers making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. Morris is checked in for Detroit. Luke Kennard comes in for Derrick Rose. And he makes both free throws. Here's Kennard. A 14-point game for him in the win against Washington. Pass to Drummond. Well, C-Web, Andre Drummond, the 9th pick in 2012. Some teams had questions about his competitive spirit. Thought he was a little too passive with UConn.
His off-the-court personality might have fed into that. I heard he's a big teddy bear, but that hasn't stopped him from beasting on the court here in the association.
Good on the second free throw.
You love the heart that Drummond plays with. He's just a physical beast who's using his gigantic size incredibly well.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. Outside Holiday. It's Turner, high post. He's against Morris. Shot clock at 5. Turner finds McDermott. Connects from 3-point range.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
The pass to Snell. Now Drummond, guarded by Holiday. Inside, McDermott with a steal. And here's the break. Pull up Jay. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. McConnell's got his first bucket of the night.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Kennard. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by McConnell. Right side Turner, uncovered. Tips it up. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Pistons trail by 8. Here's Kennard. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Such a wide open look.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's McConnell. Outside Turner, inside, and stolen by Drummond. Now Detroit moving it up. Mikhailuk. Here's Morris. Drummond trying to get himself free. Morris, no good. Indiana leading by 5. Here's Holiday, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Oh, and the defensive chops of Drummond really helping this team. He really cleans house with his shot block.
Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Well, you just got to respect the leaping ability of Drummond, leaving the floor effortlessly, throwing it through the hoop.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. C-Webb, with the Pistons acquiring Blake Griffin last season, what's the impact for Andre Drummond at the offensive end?
I mean, well, sometimes it can take pressure off of him to create. He can focus on his strengths, defense, rebounding, and cleaning up the mess around the rim.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Makers checked in for the Pistons. And Holiday kicks to McConnell. From deep three-point range, the shot by Holiday, no good.
And truth is, though he misses that one, it's a shot he normally makes.
Let's not lie, he has the skills to do it. We've seen that, but you still like to work for something closer.
When it comes to video review, C-Webb, do you feel the NBA has done a good job of incorporating it into the flow of the game, or is there, in your opinion, still some work to be done in this regard?
There's a little work to be done. I mean, nothing's ever perfect, but I think they've done a great job. I mean, you want to get it right, and so there's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience sometimes in going back to it. The main thing for me is to make sure that it is as fast as possible, that you're not giving the team extra time to get together and to huddle up and to call plays. You're not taking the rhythm away from a team that just went on a 10-0 run, and now they have to sit on the side for 2 minutes in real time and see if this call is correct. So the speed that is done with the video review is the only thing I think that needs to be worked on, and that's going to be situation to situation. So I think the NBA is doing a really good job.
Good points. And the Pistons making a change here. Galloway's checked in. McDermott dishes to Holiday. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Now that's a shot they'll be happy with on every trip, no matter who's taking it.
Galloway kicks to Maker. Morris right side. Over Sabonis. That one a little long.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Here's Holiday. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
That'll go on McDermott. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
And the first one drops.
What I like about Galloway is that he knows his role. He doesn't play outside of himself. He's a dependable player.
Galloway hits both of them. Pacers leading by 5. Now here's McConnell to the left wing. Here's McDermott. Morris with the rebound. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, the scoring, I mean, it's not coming easy for him. You have to get into a little rhythm, but that's when you can make the extra pass. Play the role of a facilitator.
And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. 5th on the list, the Pistons.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
And the first one at the line is good. He hits both from the stripe.
And as great of a free throw shooter as he is, it's still a part of his game. He works very hard at it.
Now here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Holiday left side. They swipe it. Mikhailuk rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Sabonis. Lamb comes in for Justin Holiday. And Malcolm Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. The shot by Turner no good. The Pistons trailing. Galloway taking his time here. Morris passes to Kennard. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Kennard's got his first points of the night. Well, a crazy year for Dwayne Casey, voted Coach of the Year, but fired by the Raptors after they were swept in the conference semifinals.
Yeah, Kevin, but he lands on his feet in Detroit, and obviously they got a good one. The Raptors steadily improved season after season under his watch. Hopefully the Pistons can do the same.
The Pacers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Detroit.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Detroit has possession. Trailing by 2, they defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
For Detroit, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Good on the second free throw. Indiana's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Outside Holiday. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Holiday's got 7.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
Here's Griffin. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
A big problem for the defense inside. I mean, once Griffin gets established, he's comfortable shooting the ball.
And here is Lamb. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. On the wing, Turner. No good on the triple.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
It's tipped.
Oh, the length of Lamb. It's coming into play. He uses it well to block that shot.
Brogdon. And Griffin sends it back. Here's Maker. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Here's Galloway, guarded by Holiday. 4 seconds left, and the shot goes down. That's 7 points for Blake Griffin.
A legitimate threat to score from there. I mean, Griffin has a ton of confidence to hit his jump shot.
A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Pistons lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. One of the most dominant big men in the league, Andre Drummond, says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And, guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Indiana, Turner is out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Brogdon in at the point guard. Now here's Lamb, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Lamb finds Turner. On the wing, Lamb. That one off the back iron and out.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision-making, though. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And so here is Indiana, following the bucket by the Pistons. Oladipo, left side. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
There's no lack of aggression on his part. When he's got the chance to score, he'll take it.
And you can feel that Oladipo was on the verge of a breakthrough, and boy, did he ever. Everything came together for him, and he is now not only an elite scorer, but an all-star. Can attack from any distance and has a variety of ways to hurt the defense.
Tony Snell's checked in for Langston Galloway.
One shot.
And for Oladipo, Greg, there wasn't just one moment that gave him that push.
I mean, his development was less of having a eureka moment and more of everything just coming together. Has always had the strong athleticism, has refined his shot to make the most of it. And while it took him some time, he's now the player everyone hoped he'd be when he was the second overall pick.
Rose kicks to Maker. Passes it to Snell. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. A lot of personalities in this game, Chris. Such a big part of what makes the NBA so entertaining.
Oh, man, think about our boy Dre and Draymond Green, for those that you that don't know, Day-Day. But Draymond Green, his personality is not only great for his team, but also for us fans when we see him on the court. How about Embiid, Mr. Personality on social media? You love it. And how about Jaylen Brown with his wise ways on the chessboard? The most interesting basketball player in the world. So all of these guys are exciting, fun personalities to watch from the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pistons trail by 5. Rose kicks to Griffin. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. T.J. Warren picks one up.
Well, you can't be too physical with Griffin. I mean, he's adept at knowing how to get these type of calls.
That's good from Blake Griffin.
And Blake Griffin's drastically cutting down his mid-range jumpers. I mean, think about this. Instead of just mid-range, he's stepping out beyond the three-point range. But I guess the percentages stack up in his favor.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Griffin hits them both. And Blake Griffin said he isn't going to fall in love with a three-point shot. But, Chris, he wants to shoot it with confidence when he's left open.
I mean, think about power forwards in today's game. I mean, they're almost expected to have three-point range. He's still a threat in the paint, though. I don't ever think he'll be a spread forward, but it's certainly a welcome addition to his game.
Poked loose. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Warren. And Griffin sends it back.
Oh, you want more of this from Griffin. There's no question he has the size and vertical to block shots.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Now here's Griffin. That's tipped. And again, Detroit turns it over. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Monday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town. And then on Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Chicago against the Bulls.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Now, here's Warren. 26 points for him last game against Atlanta. Here's Rose. Finished off the break. Rose has got his third bucket of the night.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
The Pistons went for it last season, bringing in Blake Griffin and trading away picks and players. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but they are determined to make a go of it. They're in a brand new building, and they hope that their moves in the future will draw fans back to the franchise. Kevin?
Good overview, David. Thank you. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here's Oladipo. A 23-point game for him in the win against Atlanta. Here's Sabonis. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Well, you can't find much better shot than that one.
The Pistons have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Malcolm Brogdon. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Morris is checked in for Blake Griffin. And McConnell gets it to go.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Snell, the pass to Morris. Back to Snell. Sabonis against Drummond. Outside Rose. Detroit, no good that time either. Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. McConnell finds Oladipo. And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. McConnell with it, working on Rose. Here's Holiday, 5 to shoot. Yep, that one goes. Holiday's got his first points in this one.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane and takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
Here's Rose. The Pacers making the shot. Tries it from the top of the key, and he comes up with the deuce. Rose has got it all tied up now for the Pistons. For Indiana, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. McConnell kicks to Holiday. Outside Warren. Back to Holiday. That one, no good. Good D by Drummond. Feeds it to Rose. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Outside Holiday. McConnell with it. He has 5. The kick out to Holiday. And the layup's good off the glass. Holiday's got 4 this quarter.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
And it's Rose with the ball for the Pistons. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. To the inside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
He played a very solid first quarter, and now he's taking it up a notch here in the second.
McConnell with it. He's against Morris. Warren the pass to Sabonis. And here's Holiday. And now the Pistons fast break. Mikhailuk nets the corner 3. And now a 5-point Detroit lead.
Now that's confidence right there. Passing up an easy 2 on the break and letting it fly from 3-point range.
Now here's McConnell, covered by Morris. And the basket is good.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Indiana. Then for the Pistons, Luke Kennard comes in for Tony Snell. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Derrick Rose. Indiana on D. Kicks it to Drummond. Over Holiday. Excellent D there from Holiday.
You can't be missing shots like that in the post. That'll get you a spot on the bench.
Here's McDermott. Pass to Holiday. And that one is off. And the Pistons now going the other way. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons making a change here. Makers checked in. Detroit leading by 3. Pistons passing it around. Here's Kennard. He's covered by McConnell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Galloway. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Galloway has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Now here's McConnell. Defense is right there. And the pass to Sabonis. He kicks to Holiday. To the middle. Here's McConnell. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Galloway. His last outing, he had 18 points. To the wing on the left. Morris outside. To the wing right side. Here's Kennard. And it goes down 2 points. Kennard's got the lead back up to 6 now for Detroit.
I mean, you can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
And Holiday kicks to Holiday. Back to Holiday. It's stolen by Maker. To the inside. And Morris throws it down.
Wow. The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
Indiana's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Outside Holiday. Holiday finds Holiday. There's 1:47 left in the first half. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, Justin Holiday. How about this, man? You got to love it. The Holiday brothers. Congratulations, Mama Holiday. Oh, you too, Dad. But look at this. Justin Holiday, 14 months older than his brother, Drew Holiday. Justin's route to the league was more winding, though. Time in Europe, the G League, 5 teams is in many seasons, but who cares?
One shot.
You're in the league, baby.
And free throw good from Holiday. And Holiday last season by far the most minutes of his career.
Oh, starting on a Bulls team that was one of the worst in the league. You know, you're going to get time, but you're always going to be down. You're always going to be fighting for the league. You got to keep the best players in there. But look, it still was a definite confidence boost for him.
Now, he's perfect from the field this quarter. He's giving them fits out there.
Pistons leading by 3. Here's Galloway. He's got 10. Pass to Griffin. No good that time. Excellent D there from Holiday. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Sabonis, and slam dunk by Sabonis.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Well, yeah, guys, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
Here's Galloway. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Here's Morris. It's good. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
McConnell passes to Sabonis. Outside Holiday. Back to Sabonis. Here's McConnell. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And it's about the tempo, guys. It favors them, and just look at that score.
Well, that's where they have the advantage tonight. They're just a better team in transition.
Here's Holiday from 7, and Maker sends it back, and they'll keep possession.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Detroit Pistons. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks. Tight game tonight, Dwayne. How do you break this thing open in the second half?
Well, number one is we got to make sure we get in a defensive disposition. You know, right now we're kind of trading buckets. We're anticipating, putting them on the foul line. So we got to play from an anticipatory style of defense, whereas we're not reacting to where they have us on our heels.
Case, thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they made a concerted effort to get out on the fast break. Dunks, alley-oops, run the lanes at every opportunity, and it's wearing the defense down.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, one thing happened that really helped them out. Their bench came in and played absolutely beautiful. Gave them a huge boost. Not just trying to hold court, but actually putting points on the scoreboard. These guys should be starting, Ernie.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Oh, well, you take some chances. Sometimes you can get burned, but you hope more often than not that you can be a catalyst for your team.
Now Lamb. And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. The big men are Griffin and Drummond. Then it's Rose. Then there's Beasley. And it's Galloway in at the shooting guard. Now here's Oladipo. They trail by 3.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that? No.
Drummond working against Turner. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Drummond. And that's now 11 points for Blake Griffin.
Look at that. Griffin is such an incredible talent. He's made a living off finding ways to score through contact.
Outside Turner. No good. That would have tied it.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one is good by Beasley. Beasley's got 6.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And Oladipo kicks to Warren. Lamb finds Turner and stolen by Drummond. Here's Rose, and it's sent back by Turner. But they'll get another chance. Beasley with a clean look. The rebound by Turner. Pacers trail by 5. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Brogdon the pass to Warren. There's the triple. And once again off the mark by Indiana. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Galloway. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Drummond. 12 points for him.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Give it up for the D. No fear. You risk getting posterized. You know what, though? But you still take it.
And Griffin slams it in.
Oh, wow. Capable of scoring in many different ways. As soon as Griffin catches fire, he's hard to put out.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Warren against Griffin. Warren finds Turner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Rose. For Indiana, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And that one falls for Turner. Tony Snell's checked in for Detroit. Both free throws good from Turner. Here's Rose. 12 points for him. Passes it to Griffin. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Beasley right side. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Beasley's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons. For Indiana, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Brogdon against Rose. Brogdon kicks to Turner. Now here's Brogdon. He's guarded closer. Buries it down low. Brogdon's got 10 points in the game. Pistons leading by 7. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Drummond. Another shot. Kicks it out to Beasley. Griffin, no one around him. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. 16 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curve on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Detroit Pistons. On Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando. And then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
First free throw is good. Thomas checked in for Frazier. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Thomas kicks to Beasley, pass to Drummond. The dish now to Griffin. Clock at 6. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. No good that time.
A highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
First free throw is good. And the Pistons making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Oladipo hits them both. Here's Kennard. 6 points for him. To the wing on the left. Griffin inside. He's covered by Warren. And that one's good. Griffin.
This is an amazing run he's on. It's like he's been the only guy on the floor this quarter.
Brogdon kicks to Turner. Oladipo outside. Got a piece of it. Here's Snell. 5 points in the game. Here's Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
The Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. There's the pass to Leaf. Now, here's Brogdon. 5 to shoot. McDermott can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. McDermott's got 5.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Kennard, the pass to Snell. Pass to Kennard. This one for 3. Pacers with the rebound. McDermott's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Turner. Wants to get it to Brogdon and does. Pass to Leaf. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
Team ball. Great execution on offense. Everyone working together. You wish you could have that on every play.
Here's Snell. 5 points in the game. Got it from 16 feet. Beasley's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Now here's McDermott, covered by Beasley. McDermott can't get it to go. Detroit leading by 8. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A different look here for Detroit. Thon Maker comes in for Michael Beasley. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Kennard. Now here is Holiday. He has 7, and there's the whistle. Illegal screen. The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the boards. Second, Andre Drummond.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Here's Galloway. He's got 10. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And look, if he can start turning some of these misses into makes, their lead is going to take a big jump.
And the Pacers can't get it to go. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Justin Holiday, the older brother of Drew Holiday, stints in the G League and abroad, but Greg, he has solidified himself as an NBA player.
Yeah, standing at 6'7" with that 7-foot wingspan. Every team in the league wants long, versatile wings with shooting, and this young man fits the bill.
Brown is checked in for Detroit. Here's Brown. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. He dishes it to Snell. Here's Galloway. He's covered by McConnell. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer, Snell, and he's good on the 3-ball. Snell's got 8.
And look, the D has to be talking out there. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Sabonis kicks to McConnell. Pass to Turner. Back to McConnell. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got assist number 5 here tonight. Detroit leading by 11. Here's Galloway. He's got 10. The 10-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 10 points for him.
Look, he's a tough fella to deal with when he gets below the free throw line.
Holiday finds Johnson. Out to the wing. Holiday with the 3. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Detroit's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Brown the pass to Galloway. Taken away by Holiday. Johnson kicks to Sabonis. Over to the left wing. To the left side wing. Back to McConnell. Indiana moving the ball around. The 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McConnell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And a good job taking what the D gives him. He's not going to pass it up with that much space.
Brown the pass to Morris. Brown kicks to Morris. Here's Galloway. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's McConnell. Defense right on him. Turner passes to Johnson. Here's Sabonis. And he banks in the layup. Sabonis has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, tough effort right there on the glass. Those second chance points can pay off in a big way.
Galloway kicks to Snell. Over Holiday. Snell, no good. Pacers trail by 6.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's a combination of urgency and efficiency. Let's see how they execute. I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by McConnell. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That'll be his second foul of the game. Outside Rose with 4 seconds on the clock. And Griffin with the score. The assist by Rose. Rose has got 3 assists tonight. Oladipo for 3, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right
there. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Jeremy Lamb. Oladipo is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then there's Warren, and it's Sabonis in at center. That's the Pacers 5. Here's Griffin. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one.
Look at that. Solid release on the shot. Griffin, he's been working on it, and he's helping to stretch the defense.
Now here's Lamb. Oladipo outside to the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Warren trying to break loose. It's good, and the Piston lead has got back down to 6 after the bucket from Lamb.
He spots up so well off the ball. Lamb, an excellent all-around jump shooter.
Brogdon, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Now, here's Brogdon. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
And that's a play they'll run over and over, fellas, as long as he keeps working.
Now here's Griffin. Outside Rose. Clock at 6. Over Lamb. Here's Drummond over Sabonis. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Okay, I see Drummond's offensive game starting to evolve a little bit. He's learning how to trick the D with the nice pump fake.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. And both free throws good for Drummond. Pacers trail by 6. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Brogdon finds Oladipo. A 3 from Warren. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Detroit Pistons. The pass to Griffin. He feeds it to Drummond. It's good.
Well, you have to do better than that if you want to keep Drummond from getting to the bucket. He's just relentless whenever he gets the ball in the favorable spot.
And that one misses. Indiana's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Rose. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Now it's a 7-point Piston lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Brogdon the pass to Oladipo. And the layup's good off the glass.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line. He's out competing guys.
Now here's Drummond. Back to Beasley. Outside Griffin. Here's Callaway. Another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Brogdon against Rose. Floats one. Now here's Oladipo. Tight defense on him. Misses from close range. Pistons leading by 8. Here's Griffin. Kept alive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. T.J. Warren picks one up.
An absolute behemoth inside. Griffin excels at using his size and athleticism to draw the foul.
And he can't hit the second.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Rose. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
He loses concentration at the moment of truth and blows the layup.
And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And Detroit has possession. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Well, give Drummond a lot of credit. He's just taking smart, high-quality shots out there. So smart, and not letting the defense dictate what kind of shots he attempts.
Now here's Lamb. Here's Brogdon off the left rim and out. Pistons have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Lob pass to Warren. Griffin with the steal. Rose attacking, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Indiana called for the foul.
And Rose not always focused on creating contact, but with his physical gifts, a lot of times he leaves the defense no choice.
First one falls for him.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
Now here's Lamb. Indiana again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Beasley. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Beasley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Pistons. Here's Brogdon. On the wing, Lamb. That shot missing. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Galloway. And the three off target.
Look, the more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset. Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off. Just couldn't knock it down.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
Two shots.
He misses the free throw.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Miles Turner, he's checked in for Sabonis.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Brogdon kicks to Lamb. To halt the run. And stolen by Drummond. And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the first one drops. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here is Brogdon. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
Oladipo with the ball. Back to Turner. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. 14 points for Miles Turner.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Drummond outside for Griffin. And a miss there on the triple. Tries again. In deep, Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got 10 points in the quarter.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead safe as long as he's on the floor.
Brogdon finds Oladipo. Now Warren. Back to Oladipo. Hits it from three-point range.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now here's Lamb. Here's Turner. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Rose attacking. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 19 points.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Brogdon the pass to Lamb. Warren on the wing. Outside Turner over Drummond, and Turner the bucket on the assist by Warren. Warren's got 3 assists now in this one. Bounce pass from Rose. Here's Griffin. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 7 rebounds in the game. Inside, here's Oladipo, and there are the Pacers with another bucket.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And the Pistons with possession here. It's a 13-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And remember, T.J. Warren, he averaged 25 a game his second season at NC State. You want to know his role in the NBA? It's quite simple. A professional scorer.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Glenn Casey went over with his team. Even though they're ahead, he said, these guys are capable of catching fire. They can score a lot in a little. I don't want to see anybody easing up until the final whistle. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And with Warren, with kind of an old school approach, Greg, very active with his mid-range game.
And this guy can get buckets around that rim. As he stretches his range, I think he'll only get more and more dangerous. Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Yeah, but here's the problem. They play team ball. So if you pay him too much attention, that just leaves other guys open, and it's too difficult of an adjustment to make.
One shot, find the lanes.
Now Rose.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Pacers trail by 14. Here's Oladipo. Kicks it to Warren. Back to Oladipo. Passes it to Warren. 6 to shoot. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Oladipo misses. Detroit leading by 14. Right side, Griffin. Uncovered. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 30 points for Blake Griffin.
The timing, the execution. I mean, that's outstanding initiative from Griffin on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Brogdon kicks to Sabonis. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Brogdon, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Rose. First one falls for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 1:44 left in the game. He kicks to Drummond. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're trailing by 16. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. .132 left in the fourth quarter. Oladipo misses. Pistons leading by 16.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Detroit.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Drummond.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
The shot by Brogdon, no good. And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Galloway dishes to Rose. Outside for Griffin. Back to Rose. There's the feed to Drummond. It's deflected. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist.
He's a rangy strider, but Lamb able to beat the defense up the court and finish the play.
And so the Pistons can now just hold on to the ball. Brogdon against Rose. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Blake, very strong game offensively. What gave you the confidence to take over?
I'm just putting in the work, and my teammates honestly believing in me and telling me to be confident at the end of the game. So I owe a lot to them. They came up with big plays. Just everybody working together.
Very good win for you tonight, Blake. Congrats. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.